Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Please subscribe to the channel and also please do like and share and leave your suggestions in the comment section. The events of 6th September 2024 are follows. Bengali date, Kudi Bhadra 1431. Today is 250th day of the year. There are then 116 days left in 2024. Today is 36th Friday of 2024. Today is National Nutrition Week, 1st September to 7th September. This week-long celebration usually held in the first week of September, 1st September to 7th September, aims to raise awareness of the importance of making wise food choices and developing healthy eating habits. Proper nutrition is the cornerstone of good health, influencing our resistance to disease, mental ability, and energy levels. In India, National Nutrition Week was officially launched in 1982 by the central government to tackle malnutrition and promote balanced diets. Since then, it has become a key part of public health efforts to improve nutrition, especially among vulnerable groups. Today is Hartalika Tej, celebrated primarily by married women. Hartalika Tej commemorates the reunion of goddess Parvati with Lord Shiva. Involves fasting, prayers, and vibrant celebrations of marital bliss. Today is National Food Bank Day. National Food Bank Day is celebrated annually on the first Friday of September. The day raises awareness of food insecurity and the role food banks play in addressing hunger. It also encourages people to get involved in fighting food insecurity year round. Food banks help people who struggle to put food on the table, including those who are impacted by illness, job loss, or changes in circumstances. Food banks also provide additional support to help people resolve crises they may be facing, such as debt advice, mental health support, or benefits guidance. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Dalip Singh, 6 September 1838 to 22nd October 1893. Maharaja Sir Dalip Singh, GCSI, also spelled Dalip Singh, later in life nicknamed the Black Prince of Perthshire, was the last Maharaja of the Sikh Empire. He was Maharaja Ranjit Singh's youngest son, the only child of Maharani Jind Kaur. Today is birth anniversary of Miss Jane Addams, 6 September 1860 to 21st May 1935. Laura Jane Addams was an American settlement activist, reformer, social worker, sociologist, public administrator, philosopher, and author. She was a leader in the history of social work and women's suffrage in the United States. A progressive social reformer and activist, Jane Addams was on the front line of the settlement house movement in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. She later became internationally respected for the peace activism that ultimately won her a Nobel Peace Prize in 1931, the first American woman to receive this honor. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. John James Richard MacLeod, 6 September 1876 to 16th March 1935. John James Richard MacLeod FRC was a Scottish biochemist and physiologist. He devoted his career to diverse topics in physiology and biochemistry, but was chiefly interested in carbohydrate metabolism. Scottish physiologist John James Richard MacLeod shared the 1923 Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine for his discovery of insulin. Stamp Scott number 3701 issued in 2002 by Guana honored MacLeod as a Nobel laureate. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Sarath Chandra Bose, 6 September 1889 to 20th February 1950. Sarath Chandra Bose was an Indian barrister and independence activist. He was brother of Subhash Chandra Bose, emotionally by an elder brother, Sarath Chandra Bose, a wealthy Calcutta lawyer and Indian National Congress, also known as the Congress Party politician. Today is birth anniversary of Sir Edward Victor Appleton, 6 September 1892 to 21st April 1965. Sir Edward Victor Appleton, GBE, KCB, FRS, was an English physicist, Nobel Prize winner, and pioneer in radio physics. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics for his investigations of the physics of the upper atmosphere, especially for the discovery of the so-called Appleton layer in 1947. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Luis Federico Leloir, 6 September 1906 to 2nd December 1987. Luis Federico Leloir, or MEMRS, was an Argentine physician and biochemist who received the 1970 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his discovery of the metabolic pathways by which carbohydrates are synthesized and converted into energy in the body. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Josh Johar, 6 September 1929 to 26 June 2004. Josh Johar was an Indian film producer and the founder of Dharma Productions. His films featured lavish sets, were often set in exotic locations, and incorporated Indian traditions and family values. He was the father of Karan Johar, now a noted filmmaker himself. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Luciano Pavarotti, 12th October 1935 to 6 September 2007. Luciano Pavarotti, OMRI, was an Italian operatic tenor who, during the late part of his career, crossed over into popular music, eventually became one of the most acclaimed tenors of all time. He made numerous recordings of complete operas and individual arias, gaining worldwide fame for his tone and gaining the nickname King of the High Seas. Today is the date anniversary of Mr. Burt Reynolds, 11th February 1936 to 6 September 2018. Burton Leon Reynolds Jr. was an American actor and icon of 1970s American popular culture. Reynolds first rose to prominence when he starred in television series such as Gunsmoke 1962 to 1965, Hawk 1966, and Dunga 1970 to 1971. He had leading roles in films such as in Navajo Joe 1966 and 100 Rifles 1969, and his breakthrough role was as Lewis Medlock in Deliverance 1972. 1990, Prasar Bharati Bill is passed in Parliament. The Indian Parliament made a historic move on September 6, 1990, passing the Prasar Bharati Broadcasting Corporation of India Act. This act led to the creation of a public broadcasting corporation known as Prasar Bharati. However, it was not until September 15, 1997 that the act officially came into effect. 2018, the Supreme Court declared that homosexuality is no longer a crime. On September 6, 2018, the five-judge bench partially struck down Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code, decriminalizing same-sex relations between consenting adults. LGBT individuals are now legally allowed to engage in consensual intercourses. 1870, the day when a woman cast her vote. Louisa Ann Swain Gardner, 1800 or 1801, January 25, 1880, was the first woman in the United States to vote in a general election. She cast her ballot on September 6, 1870, in Laramie, Wyoming. Or more precisely, she was the first woman to do so legally since 1807. On September 6, 1870, she arose early, put on her apron, shawl, and bonnet, and walked downtown with a tin pail in order to purchase it from a merchant. She walked by the polling place and concluded she would vote while she was there. The polling place had not yet officially opened, but election officials asked her to come in and cast her ballot. 1915. The first tank produced. September 6, 1915. First tank produced rolled out of England, nicknamed Little Willie. Little Willie was far from an overnight success. It weighed 14 tons, got stuck in trenches, and crawled over rough terrain at only 2 miles per hour. 1973. Swaziland gains independence from the British. The British Protectorate of Swaziland formally achieved its independence from the United Kingdom on September 6, 1968. 1999. Swai Church Massacre. The Swai Church Massacre occurred on September 6, 1999, in Swai, Kovalima district in southwestern East Timor, 2 days after the results of the independence referendum were announced. According to the International Commission of Inquiry on East Timor's report to the Secretary General of the United Nations, several hundred persons had sought refuge in the Ave Maria Church from attacks of the pro-Indonesia Laksaur militia in the city. Then the militia, with the support of the military of Indonesia, killed up to 200 people. 26 bodies were identified that had been buried across the border in West Timor, but eyewitnesses claim many more were killed. 2007, Israel conducts Operation Orchard. Israel for the first time admitted that it bombed a suspected Syrian nuclear reactor in 2007. The military released classified cockpit footage, photographs, and intelligence documents about its September 6, 2007 airstrike on the Al Kubair facility near Deir al-Jor in eastern Syria. Today's the 6th September highlight in history. In 1909, American explorer Robert Peary sent a telegram from Indian Harbor, Labrador, announcing that he had reached the North Pole 5 months earlier. In 1943, 79 people were killed when a New York-bound Pennsylvania Railroad train derailed and crashed in Philadelphia. In 1949, Howard Unruh, a resident of Comedon, New Jersey, shot and killed 13 of his neighbors. In 1972, the Summer Olympics resumed in Munich, West Germany, a day after the deadly hostage crisis that left 11 Israelis, 5 Arab abductors, and a West German police officer dead. In 1975, 18-year-old tennis star Martina Navratilova of Czechoslovakia in New York for the US Open requested political asylum in the United States. In 1991, the Soviet Union recognized the independence of Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. In 2001, in a dramatic shift, the Bush administration abandoned the Clinton-era effort to break up Microsoft. In 2002, meeting outside Washington, D.C. for only the second time since 1800, Congress convened in New York to pay homage to the victims and heroes of September 11. In 2007, opera star Luciano Pavarotti died in Modena, Italy at the age of 71. In 2013, NASA's robotic lunar explorer Letty rocketed into space. In 2017, Hurricane Irma, the most powerful hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic to that point, pounded Puerto Rico with heavy rain and powerful winds. Authorities said more than 9 lakh people were without power. In 2018, actor Burt Reynolds, one of the Hollywood's biggest stars of the 1970s in films including Deliverance and Smokey and the Bandit, died at age 82. Thank you very much for your patience.